What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we got a wild hair and we're going to see how big and silly we can ramp with Golgari, while just playing some really damn fun cards in the process. This deck's just like what happens when you go into the lab too long, but we have some Llanowar Elves, because we're going to need all the mana we can get. We have some Shoot the Sheriff for some removal, alongside Strategic Betrayal. We also have Intrepid Paleontologist, because again we need mana, and between that and the Strategic Betrayal, we should be able to deal with the graveyard decks. Some Leyline Weavers, because again, if we're playing stuff that costs 4 or more, we're going to get extra value out of this. Now, I am playing a couple of Archdruid's Charm, and I'm not sure if this is the right card to be playing, but it does actually let us search for stuff, which I like. It is triple green, so that could be a little bit of a restriction for us, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. If so, we'll probably just end up swiping this out to Maelstrom Pulse. Elegy Acolyte, we're playing a full set of 4, because if we can get a 2-mana creature, then we should be able to cast this fairly easily. Then we also have some Ouroboros, because we all know this card's good. Overlord of the Hauntwoods, another way that we can get some mana and just have a big body. And Vaultborn Tyrant, a card that kind of gets forgotten about, but if you're just trying to ramp up, this is a cool card we should be playing. And then, of course, if we're going to ramp, getting free things with our ramp is great, so we have a couple of copies of Through the Omen Pass. It also gives you something to do with those other mana creatures later in the game as well. Now, we did find a way to cram 26 creatures in the deck. However, there are a bunch of them that are mana creatures, so we could end up with some very hot top-heavy draws, but we'll see how things work out. For now, though, let's go hop in and see if we can ramp up to some really big wins. Alright, this is the craziest thing. I mean, I don't think, realistically, that we beat the mill decks probably at all. Right? I mean, that's probably going to be the tough spot for this deck if I were guessing, but they are just countering a mana creature, so maybe that's not what they're doing here. I mean, I guess if they're just playing a bunch of counters, we just keep playing stuff they have to counter, right? I mean, they do or they don't. We don't mind. But they obviously don't want us to have mana because they got rid of our 2/2, or at least countered our 2/2. But they could also just mean they don't have creature kill spells either. Who knows? I mean, there could be a lot of reasons that things have progressed the way they have. Sure. And we get to manifest a thing? Alright. Choose a card to manifest 2/2. If you choose a creature card, you can turn it face up. Alright. Sounds good. So this is not that type of deck, which is why they probably didn't choose that. Now, this could be a deck that's just full of counters and whatnot, which is very possible. I mean, yeah, I'm willing to block. I mean, I don't know what they're doing right now, so I'd rather just play on the side of caution and just say, sure. I'm assuming now that this is just a counter-heavy deck, if you're going deep to play Fear of Imposters, but we'll see. Alright, and then now we counter something? No, we didn't counter anything. Weird. We're going to counter the triggered ability? Nope. Alright, not sure what's going on. It's a Brineborn Cutthroat Flash type deck. Yeah, okay. Well, we need to find something castable, though we do actually have a creature land. But then the question just becomes, why are they paying black? And it has to be for creature removal, right? Because nothing else makes sense. So I'm not sure even keeping to have our land be a creature is even worthwhile. Alright, I'm going to put this on green. It doesn't really matter. Alright, I'm going to assume our Leyline Weaver dies. Or they search and draw cards just to grow their Cutthroat here. Either one works. Yep. And that's exactly why activating our land there wouldn't have been any good. Looks like they do have 2 cards. I don't know if they're live or not, but we're going to try to play Vaultborn Tyrant regardless. Take 2. Put this on black. Try for Tyrant. Probably gets countered, but, you know, what you going to do? Oh, it did not. Interesting. Now, does this mean it gets... Well, I'd have to get exiled. Otherwise, we just get another 3/3 and another card. Oh, we got another Tyrant. Okay. Well, that's good. If the first one resolved, the second one probably does. And then next turn, we also get access to an Overlord of the Hauntwoods. That seems cool. I mean, they countered and killed everything up to this point. This is where having a bunch of creatures is paid off, I guess. Wow, we have a Shoot the Sheriff, but that's a pirate, so we can't really target that. You know, as much as I want through the Omen Pass, I'm going to do this first. Just in case there's something weird during combat. Yeah, all right, game over. Yeah, just the battle of monsters was enough. The thing about Vaultborn Tyrant, though, is if you do actually sneak it through, I mean, then, unless they exile it, it's like, all right, well, I got another body and more cards, and it just helps so much. But yeah, I didn't think this was going to go the way it did, because we had kind of a slow draw, and we somehow still got there. Ugh, let's mulligan. I was going to say, you want at least one mana creature in the opener. Keep this, get rid of the Omen Paths, play this to get this. Okay. I was thinking maybe if we could have drawn another elf there, that would have been cool. I'm going with the Paleontologist here, even though this could be like a Vivi style deck or something. Oh, it is. Wow. Okay. Well, let's go here. Start putting pressure. Our hand's kind of bad. We got to draw some bodies. We have a lot. I mean, we have some big ones, but we got to get there. Oh, they already discarded a Vivi there. Gosh dang it. That sucks. Alright, well, we got to draw one of our removal spells here then. And they had a backup Vivi. Of course they did. Why wouldn't they? Sure. Makes sense. Alright. I mean, it doesn't do much here. I mean, you're going to get rid of fear of missing out. I'm like, why are we even hesitating here? Like, we all know the answer. It's just which way are they going to draw cards? That's really what this turn's about. Yep. Probably keep the old Tursa. Yeah, it makes sense. They had 2 land into what? A land and... I mean, there's no more creatures in the yard. So... Oh, there is. I actually did put a creature in there. My bad. The one that just died this turn. Okay, not really what we were hoping for, but you know what? I'll attack. Could have used like a Elegy Acolyte or something here to draw cards. Would have been real nice. I mean, now we can cast Omen Paths. We could do all whatever we want, really. Oh, I should have played the land because I could. That would have given me 2 things I could remove, or 2 activations of the Paleontologist. Tractor Beam. All right. Well, that's a card. You now have it, I guess. It's a thing that happened. I guess I'm chump blocking with the Llanowar Elf here. Like, I'm not sure what else I'm doing. Let's find a... I don't know. Shoot the Sheriff? One of our big dinosaurs? Not Restless Cottage. Of all the things, Restless Cottage was not on the list. Man, we've drawn so much mana here. We could have used so many cards, man. We're going to lose this. Even with our opponent at 7. Like, I just know it. That's tough, too. Oh, well, okay. Cauldron doesn't kill us. It does give them a blocker for our Overlord, though, and that sucks. Oh, interesting. I guess I'm just chump blocking with Llanowar Elf here. Just to make sure we don't die to Vivi casting stuff or whatever next turn. I'm just thinking here, though. Like, you're going to use Vivi to block this. If we attack for 4 or 5... Oh, no, we just don't block and we win. Yeah. Like, wait a minute. That was almost a bad block. Because they only have one blocker and an empty hand. How did we end up winning this game? We're supposed to lose this. Like, genuinely. Not even being hyperbolic or anything. Like, we don't win. With the start they had and our hand just being a bunch of mana stuff? Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, you take those when you get them, but... Whatever, man. Like, I don't... Sure. Yeah, you just take that and move on. I don't know what to say there. Easy mulligan. We'll keep this, put a forest back, call it good. Oh boy, and we're up against Chocobos. Alright, and a Tifa. Yeah, no blocks. That's fine. That's cute, but a little bit late. Let's go ahead and play this. You know what's funny, though? I almost left up mana to fight a Hydra if they got one, even as just a 1/1. Well, I guess it would have been a 2/2. Alright, I mean, that's some damage, but it's not like the end of the world here. We'll be at, what, 12? No, I'll be at like 8. Alright, that doesn't have trample, so we're not overly concerned about it. It is good, though. Let's go here. No attacks. Alright, you have an Ouroboros. Block here. Need a small creature, which we did not get. That is unfortunate. And this is probably where we die. Actually, something died there, so we'll get a 1/1, right? Because just whenever a permanent leaves? Yeah. Let's attack. We'll go to 17. That is not what we wanted. Alright. If we can survive, we do have an Overlord showing up next turn. Alright. More lands, I'm assuming. Yep, there's another Chocobo. We will block with this. Alright, we're navigating this okay. Another mana would be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because we need 7. But if we play this and attack, we draw 2 cards. If we just attack, kill one of those, we still make a blocker. And they've got 2 unknown cards, and we get this back. Alright, I think it's worth attacking. Ooh, they're not going to do anything. Okay. Let's see what we draw first. Before we commit to killing one. A point would be nice, but let's make sure. Okay, paleontologist makes us a little bit better, actually. So, Would have worked out either way. Now we're at 26. We get the Overlord, and we have a little bit of wiggle room here. All right. All right. Crazy start from the opponent, but we're hanging in there, as they say. Yeah, you got it. This is crazy. Your opponent has 17 power creatures, and there's like, whoa, it just can't attack. What do you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to take 2 here, so I can keep maximum blockers, I think. I could attack, play this and attack, and I get another 1/1. Because they're not going to let our Paleontologist through, but I think we just do this. I would rather tap the Paleontologist here. Just because I'd rather chump with the 2/2 if the opponent decides to get aggressive here. Hopefully they don't have a way to kill enchantments with that last card. Okay, they don't. Awesome. That sucked, though. I was looking for something just a wee bit better. Just a smidge better. Would have been great. Yeah, double your counters, boss. You got it. All right, another shoe puff. I mean, at this point, you either find trample or you don't. You have a million counters. Like, it just doesn't matter all that much to us in the grand scheme of things. Okay, there we go. Now we've got some action talking. And then we go here, which also lets us untap our Weaver again. Ready to attack. Go to the attack step. Yeah, let's do that first. Because if we get a creature, we'd rather get countered. Oh, well, that's a great one to get. Let's do that. Love that for us. So now if they block, they're taking 6. We kill one of these, but we lose both of these. And then what? We get a 1/1, we gain some life, have those to block with. I just think we... Well, no attacks, because they just pump their team. We wouldn't gain anything off that. We just win next turn. Yeah. I mean, if they have something that gives stuff trample here, we just lose anyway, so it's like, whatever. If they don't, then we're good. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Yep, there's a lot of triggers happening. But if they don't give something trample, then it just doesn't matter. Yeah, do it all over again. I mean, because really, all we have to keep is the Acolytes and the Ouroboros, and there's really nothing they can do. Draw a card for each you control. Sure, they have Indestructible. You got it. I don't think I've seen anybody ever even cast that. And I play the other version in Commander. Haven't ever played the newer one. I mean, you might as well attack and hope I misclick or something at this point, because you are just dead. I mean, I guess if they have something to gain life, maybe. I don't know. Some gain life equal to the biggest power you control or something. I don't know why I did that. I need to remove lands. That's the only thing that matters in these decks. Wow, geez. Okay, sure. Why not? Might as well just draw all the Acolytes. Go to the attack step. What do we get? Where's our dinosaurs? How have we missed all the dinosaurs here? Yeah, I guess we just attack here, right? I mean, if we lose, I guess. Is there any way we lose? I don't know. We'll find out. Well, that's fine. Your creatures can have indestructible. We don't care. That's the least concerning thing. It's so funny, man. With their draw, you would have assumed we'd have been so dead forever ago. The opponent's doing a lot of random blocking here for some reason. What's about to happen? Oh, I thought there was something crazy with, like, Convoke or something. Nope. Alright, well. Man, unconventional wins are still wins. You just take those, you know? Alright, let's keep it. Dun, dun, dun. This is all just green mana. Like, I mean, I guess technically we have some black mana with a Paleontologist. But we'll see. This is really just keeping a hand hoping that we draw other castable things. Alright, Dead Elf. Usually when you see that, it's some type of mono black something or other. I'm just going to do this to not show off we have black just yet. Because I don't think we have anything we're going to draw that needs black on the next turn that we wouldn't be able to use. Like, because even if we draw Allergy Acolyte and Paleontologist dead, we still wouldn't be able to cast it with this. If Paleontologist lives, that changes a bunch of things. Alright, blue-black. Dead Paleontologist then, huh? Yep, of course. Why not? Alright, you're kind of helpful. Alright, now we'll have 5 mana. We got to start finding things to do here. Another Overlord of the Hauntwoods wouldn't be bad. That would put us close to a Omen Path. And the opponent has a Deep Cavern Bat. Well, we're not going to get to Omen Path. Go figure. Alright, let's just find another Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Or an Elegy Acolyte. Or anything that's not a starting town. Oh, that's disappointing. I mean, we kept a lot of mana, and this is kind of why you have to be careful sometimes. You just draw into more lands. I mean, opponent, do whatever you're going to do here. Like, we're pretty much shields down. You got all the information. Yep, you got it. 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we'll see. I don't think they're playing counters necessarily. This feels more like a mid-rangey aggro pile. So I wouldn't mind getting an Overlord just to make them kill a thing, then maybe try to find a dinosaur. Ugh, Paleontologist, huh? Alright, well, is what it is. We're not doing a whole lot with this from here. You know, I'm beginning to wonder if there's just like a lot of new people playing Magic Arena lately, because I have a lot of opponents that every action of some of these games is super slow. Like, even for basic things, like on their turn, you're just like sitting there like with 2 mana open, 1 card in hand, you know. Like, a lot of that type of stuff is happening regularly here. And this is where you flash in your 4/3. Because this would be the spot to do it, if you got it. Nope. Alright. Gonna get rid of my Paleontologist. Sure. Not really sure. I mean, I guess if you just want us to not have creatures or something, but feels a little bit weird. Might as well play this. They don't have 2 mana instant speed removal, because they would have just killed the Hauntwoods there, I'm pretty certain. So I don't know what these other cards are. That is the good news, though, if we do find Acolyte, Ouroboros, anything like that. Unless they just found something. Or they have sorcery speed removal, which also possible. Yeah, not that interested. Flash your Deuter in if you got it. There it is. I knew you had it in you. Alright, and now we find our removal spell, our charm, to get rid of their curiosity, right? Because that's the only way we probably have a shot at winning this. Yeah, our draw was so clunky this game. But yeah, what I was saying to that point, a lot of opponents playing super slow to the point that I have to edit a lot of games. If you notice, there's a lot of transitions of like dead time just disappearing in the games. Like, it's making editing the gameplay videos such a pain. And I'm not blaming my opponents. I mean, if they just are learning the game or the client, like, it is what it is. But there's a lot lately. Y'all probably noticed there's been times I've been talking just through turns of my opponent not doing much of anything, you know? I don't want to use all my black mana just in case. So what if we do this? No, Arena, why would you want to use Starting Town? Like, leave me some black mana. Jeez. It's not that difficult, Arena. Why are you like this? No. So here we lose a life, draw a card. I would like to even just get any of our removal spells here. Because then we also get a 2/2 we could block with. We could get rid of the bat to maybe try to set up a way to play through the Omen Path next turn. I mean, lots of options if we could find something good here. Oh, well, that's the other thing. I was like, oh yeah, that's the other thing we can do. Again, I would rather just... Actually, would I rather take a point here? Actually, this time Arena might be right. You know what? You know what? Let's just take a point. Let's exile this. And then we get a 2/2 we could block with. Alright. They got another land. Be interesting to see what they prioritize killing, because if I were them, I'd probably kill the Elegy Acolyte. Yeah, I'll just block with... Actually, do I need the mana at this point? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? I really don't. Alright, sure. They probably have another Cecil in hand, because I thought about double blocking, but that probably doesn't achieve much. Yeah, I wondered if something like that was going to happen. Do you have another trajectory? Oh, no, they have a Kaito. Eh, fair.
Don't worry, Pom Pom.
Keep the Overlord locked down. Ugh, and I couldn't even find a creature land to save my life? Alright, in the turn. It feels like it shouldn't even be a game. Like, for as weird as our draw was, I feel like somehow we're still battling. I don't know if it's good or bad, but we're battling just the same. Alright, opponent goes to 11. Next turn, they're going to flip Cecil, barring anything crazy happening here. Another Kaito. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. That probably does it. Barring us finding, like, exactly our Vaultborn Tyrant. I don't think we have an out here. Oh, well, that helps. I mean, if we're going to draw it, you know. Like, I ain't mad at it. So that puts us to 8. Means we can't attack, though. But, well, I say that, depending on what we draw here. But I'm pretty sure we can't attack. Because Kaito would get to become a creature. Okay, well, that's more life. Then maybe we can attack. We still get cards. And to shoot the sheriff. Ooh. Ooh. Well, now that we're at 11, what's the best you could do? You could tap down a guy, activate attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, and we go to 4. Kaito could just become a 3/4. You tap something. I mean, that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still doesn't kill us. All right. I think I'm just going to attack the opponent, though. Is that correct? Yeah, maybe. Because I can't kill Kaito on their turn. Like, I have to kill one of these if I'm going to do it. All right. This game got surprisingly interesting when it feels like it really shouldn't have. But here we are. Do they maybe have another Enduring Curiosity here? I could see that being a thing. I really wanted to kill the bat here, if we're being honest, and just try to play the Omen Path, but... Oh, I messed up. I could have let them hit me first. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. They would have got an extra card. I was just thinking I could have let them go to 7 and then kill their dude, and that would have been probably smarter, but it is what it is. We're at 6, so things are on kind of shaky ground here. Oh, but we found an Omen Path. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jeez. Oh, this is such a weird scenario. Like, what happens if I just play Overlord and just leave up blockers? Because you have to, like, minus what here? Oh, you have to -2. So you would be able to tap another creature. So then we're just dead, right? Tap the big... Well, it depends on what we find on this, I guess. All right, I'm going for it. This is what we're here for. Ouroboros, you're nice, but not that nice. Think we're still dead here. There's a lot of combinations of stuff that don't end well for us. Because we're kind of just forced to block a lot of things here, right? To just not die. And they end up at a minimum of 11. Okay. They're only attacking with 2 things here, though. That's peculiar. I guess we'll block here so they only get 1 more card. I'm kind of surprised they didn't attack with everything. Or even activate their land and attack. I only have 1 mana up. I'm not sure what they expected us to do with that. But that would have forced some real tough decisions on blocking had they done it. That being said, they might not have any creature kill spells. And if they're at 10, they're worried about us Ouroboros plus some other stuff. So, who knows? But this tells me their hand can't be that good. Oh no! A Deep Cavern Bat. That's huge for them right here. Because having 1 more creature would have been awesome. Alright, so now we have to draw a creature here. Plus get something good off the Omen Path. So we're going to be up against it. Ouroboros, kind of nice. Come on, Tyrant. Come on. No, okay, Elegy Acolyte, not terrible. We could have done much worse there. Okay. So they've got 2 blockers. Obviously, Preacher will block something. We would get a 1/1. Then they would have 2 flyers. They could tap something with Kaito. Could activate their land. Ah, Lee, this is tough. I guess we gotta attack, though. I can't see a world where we don't. But maybe... if we want them to block the thing we want with Preacher, maybe we do... this and this? Man, actually, if we just sit back and block, though, what happens? Like, Preacher gets through. Oh my gosh, this is so tough. I think we just send them both at them. If we die, we die. This is where we're at. If we die, we die, you know? F it. I feel like we need to get lucky anyway, so is what it is, man. This game's already gone way too long. This opponent is like, hey, congrats, you just wore me down, because y'all will see an edited version of this. It's probably about 15 minutes. This game has taken almost 30. Man, have we only drawn one removal spell too during... Oh, that's not true. I guess we got Archdruid's Charm. But man, we've seen so many cards to not have found something more. Alright. We have an Overlord. We can just cast that. So that's another body. Get some life. Get a card. Play this tapped. Get a 2/2. Okay, we're not in bad shape. We're not in bad shape. I wasn't planning on drawing something sizable off of the Acolyte draw, but that might be what bails us out here. Man, even tapped, that Vaultborn Tyrant token is doing some real work this game. So now we've got quality blockers. We could gain life. Yeah, you tap the thing that's going to let us gain the life, obviously.
Going anywhere.
Okay, now they're activating the lands because they're like, nah, we're going to get in with some Death Touch stuff, bro. How you feel about that? Now, probably just block with the Overlord. Oh, is this the opponent just saying, hey, I don't think I can win any other way. I have to find cards that can kill you. Huh. This is interesting. I wasn't expecting this type of attack. I think we win, though, right? Like, we lose 2 creatures, but... I mean, they still have a blocker. They could find a bunch of removal here, though. And they will be at least 8. So, can't really say that that's all that's going to happen here. Alright, so let's put this here. This here. This can block, I don't know, Enduring Curiosity, I suppose. 5, 6, 7. I don't think there's anything that would drain us for 3. I'm just thinking, like... Here's the weird thing, actually. As much as I want to block the Curiosity, I have to block Kaito. Because there is a weird world where they could play land and Lewis and drain us for exactly 3, and that would suck. So, here we can go 4, 5, 6. Go to 4... And I think we're okay, but we'll see. I mean, they get to draw 3 cards. And they still have at least 1 blocker. So we'll see how the math works out for us. Again, they're at 8. But we do have 2 Ouroboros. So they've got to kill... I don't even know. You gotta have probably 2 removal spells of some kind. Which they might actually have. We have another Acolyte in there? That would be great. Yeah, we've only drawn... Oh no, we've drawn 2 of them. And 2 Tyrants. So there's another Tyrant and more Acolytes as well. So let's go to the attack step. Tap and kill some things? No, not yet. But they do have something they can do here. Another Ouroboros, huh? Okay, sure. Why not? Wait, you're just letting us attack? Something's up here. They must have 2 kill spells and a block. Because otherwise, nothing makes sense here. Kill the Tyrant, kill an Ouroboros, block with the 1/1, and then we die next turn? I mean, that has to be the play, right? No, that's it. We win. Whoa! Whoa! What? Let's keep it. Oh no, did we get a blue-black deck again? We'll see how this goes. Wow, you actually let us keep a Llanowar. I'm surprised. What happens if we attack here? You want to counter a thing? Kind of would rather him counter the Weaver than the Overlord. As well as kind of just like, run it out there, see what they do. Alright, fair enough. Ooh, an Elegy Acolyte. That's something. You know what? Let's see if we could get away with this. I don't think we can. But I think the Acolyte has more value, so I'd rather that maybe get countered here, but didn't quite work. Alright. Maybe they just play like a demon or something here. That would be nice. I don't think they will. Consult. Now, if you see this Consult during their main phase, they're normally digging for lands. That's often the play there. Interesting. Ooh, 2, 4, 5, 6. We are real close. Ah, that sucks. We might have to let the Acolyte just eat it. I've also should have done this pre-combat, because having the Llanowar Elf up would have let us pay 2 mana for any stuff that makes you pay 2 or lose the thing. But is this just a board sweeper incoming? Maybe? Maybe? Quite possibly. Nope, it's a stock up. Alright. Well, they could go get land plus removal spell. I think, though, our best bet would hopefully be for a land. Play through the Omen Path. Well, that's not going to happen. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, that's real tough. That's unfortunate, actually. Because I was hoping if we get a land, then we could try to Omen Paths with the Convoke. And then, even if that didn't get us much, the next turn the Overlord becomes a creature, and that buys us some amount of time. But I think here we just try to attack. Just gain some life, draw a card, see what happens. Okay, well, that didn't quite work out. Huh. Well, I'm not sure what I want to do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think a sweeper's coming, so I'm just going to do this. And that still sets up a possible Vaultborn Tyrant next turn, if we find a land. And we still have a removal spell up, so, like, it's fine. We're likely losing the Elegy Acolyte. That's okay. They'll get exiled here. Yeah. Only way they don't is if we kill our own creature. Well, no, they could still exile from the yard, so it doesn't really matter. Never mind. We just need to draw an untapped land. That's all. The rest will work itself out, right? But we have other Acolytes. We have Overlords. Any lands are good here. Any untapped lands, specifically. There you go. Glad I asked at the last second, because sometimes you don't, and the deck's like, you said land. You didn't say what kind. Ooh, a backup Tyrant, though. That's good. Now, sad if they just have another deadly cover-up, because then we lose all our Tyrants, and that's unfortunate. But then we're one untapped land away from through the Omen Path, so that's good. Stock ups, going digging. We like that. We like that. All right. That's great. Also, the one good thing about Vaultborn Tyrant is they do have another deadly cover-up. It doesn't care that the others get exiled. This just has to go to the graveyard. It just has to die, and you'll still get the trigger, which is excellent. So here, I'm going to do this first. Because now we have Through the Omen Pass and other stuff loaded up here. If they counter this, fine. We attack for 12. It's kind of their call here. Alright. We get 2 cards, 6 life. Excellent. Hey, at least those can dig for creatures. Like, not the worst thing. Aetherize. Sure. You got it. Still doesn't change anything. We're still fighting. Yep. Deadly cover-up. So that'll resolve. They'll get the other Tyrant out of our hand. We draw a card. We still have the other Tyrant trigger. A lot of people forget that's how that works. And then I think what I want to do is do this now. We have so much life right now. This is crazy. Okay. What do you want to go get? What do you want to go get? Probably just an Ouroboros. I'm going to kill our 6/6. Counter target spell. Sure. Sounds great. Go ahead and play this. Play this tapped on black, I suppose. Attack for 6. Alright. Another sweeper is going to leave us down to just mana creatures and I guess Ouroboros. But now they're getting to the point that we have so much mana, you also have to deal with our creature land. So that's starting to become its own problem. Oh, this looks good, y'all. If they're having to consult here, that's real good for us. I don't know how we're beating these decks. And I don't even know if we're going to win this one. But how we're beating decks when they deadly cover up twice. Like, Aetherize, do all this other stuff. It's like, alright, man, I guess. So, I think here we can play this. Because if they counter, they're not going to Aetherize. And Aetherize is like the only thing that's going to keep them alive here. Alright. Sure, why not? And then just attack. Because it has to be another Aetherize. Nothing else even matters here. Yeah, exactly. Like, we're smarter than the average bear. Just debating what I want to do with this. But I think here... Yeah, we just have to say, like, if you just have it, you have it. Like, whatever, man. It is possible. We found another Aether Charm. 1, 2... this would take 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there is a world where we could double charm our cottage. But I think we might only have one other charm left. So that'd be kind of weird. Here comes another sweeper. Which now gets our overlords. So now we just need to draw an Ouroboros. Because then we activate our land, play Ouroboros, put counters on our land, and just win. That's how we're going to win this. Not with that, though. Not with that either. Okay, fair enough. Go to attacks. Oh, wait, what am I doing? No, because that still only puts 1 counter on it. Is there a way I can get an extra counter somehow? I put 1 on. If we... You know what I go do? I think I just go get another land. I go get one of the other cottages, actually. Because I could just bounce this. Like, yeah, that's fine. Sure. Why do we not go beginning of combat? What? Alright, we did. Alright, Llanowar, you're good. You qualify. And when we search for the land, reveal it, puts it onto the battlefield tapped. For a creature or a land card. Put it on the battlefield tapped. This is instead counter target spell if they gift us a card. I am willing to... Man, they're tapped out. Alright, I'm just going to do it now. Not even going to go get that. I'm just going to get this. Alright, end the turn. This turns into a what? A shark. Okay. So we can kill the shark with the shoot the sheriff, which they know we have. What the hell are you? When this creature enters, search your library for a basic land card or cave and put... Alright. Well, you got it. Like... Not sure what to think about that card, but it's a card. I mean, I might as well try to kill this, because what else are we going to do with it? Alright. Take our turn. Play a land. Activate one of these. Activate the other one of these. Go to attack step. Sure, have an Ouroboros. Attack, attack. So that we can watch him get aetherized again. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Nope, they're just going to activate their land. Alright, we got their team. Not necessarily. They could also still bounce a creature here. Alright, somehow we're beating these decks, and I got no explanation for you. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. This might have been, like I said when we started, just going into the lab a little bit too hard, because I don't know what to think. Like, Omen Path was fine, and it actually kind of helped us in those crazy long games, but I think there's going to be more games where it doesn't help this deck than does help this deck. So I could see a world where we swap maybe 2 of the Through the Omen Paths and 1 Shoot the Sheriff for like maybe 2 Maelstrom Pulse and some other big thing. Other big thing might just be additional Vaultborn Tyrants. I don't know. But I think there's room for a lot of different cards we could play there. I mean, I like it. I do, but I just don't know if it's the card the deck desperately needs. Maelstrom Pulse is good, though, because it just works against a lot of different things. So we obviously don't hate that. And we don't have a lot in the 3 mana slot. Actually, nothing really other than the Charm. So having something to play there on an off turn, not bad. But there are a lot of things we could turn this Through the Omen Pass into, right? It could be like an Aclazotz, right? I think just a straight up, like not even the Bloodletter, just a straight up Aclazotz, right? Like it can make your opponent discard, it's a 4/4, it gets us life, right? Like this could just be good. I don't think that would be a problem if we wanted to play that. And it's in the 5 mana slot, something we've actually shown we can cast fairly easily. I actually kind of like that option. A little bit of an underplayed card. And as we saw, apparently, if we're going to be playing against all these control decks that are playing Deadly Cover-Up or whatever, you kind of need to diversify your options, I suppose. And maybe, because we have so many mana creatures, we could get away with another Restless Cottage over just like a swamp or something, right? Like, that seems doable. I don't think it would have hurt us that much. I mean, obviously, if we just go like double Restless College early, that kind of sucks. But we just generate so much mana and we find so much land. Like just having those to attack or block with could be useful. But yeah, maybe something like this is where we end up. I feel like we could probably use, even if we cut one Elegy Acolyte to be able to play some other mana creature, or not mana creature, but 3 mana creature, could probably be good. But I wouldn't sweat it too much. I think overall, this deck's hitting the sweet spots we want to do. You know, it wasn't crazy. We went like 6-4, but we actually had some pretty interesting, and a couple of those games were long. One of those, I think we kept a bad hand anyway, so it's kind of whatever. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I would recommend it if you want to try it. Link would be over on Moxfield. Don't forget, if you want to save some money, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. Use my code DRAGON, DRAGN, save yourself some money. But yeah, otherwise, go have fun with this. If you want to ramp up and win some crazy games, have at it. That's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.